podcast. You dig what I'm saying? Vulnerability, accountability, leadership, intentionality, and demand. All aspects of life, and we just here to talk about it.
And that's
Today,
valid.
valid. Today we got a very, very special guest, my cousin in the building. Cheers to that. You feel me? And
Thank y'all for having me.
of course. And shout out to his YouTube channel and his podcast. If you want to shout that out, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the chance to do that.
All right, y'all. Everybody go subscribe to the Real Mojo Point of View and Sports Reviews on YouTube. And I actually got a podcast on Spotify.
Hey, you lit.
Yeah, Google Podcasts. It's man, I got picked up by a couple places. No Breaker. So, I'm just trying to do my thing, man. I'm trying to do it.
Lit. So if you haven't noticed, today's topic is sports. You dig what I'm saying? And the lack of sports because of coronavirus is hurting us right now. It's really hurting us. But before we jump into all of that, of course, we need to start off with a validity check. Now, today's validity check is going to be a little bit different because we're not going to say who's valid. That's not up to us today. I'm going to just ask a question. I'm going to throw it out there. We're going to have a little discussion, and I'm going to let the viewers tell us who's valid. You can tell us who's valid in the comments. You can tell us who's valid on our Instagram. Don't forget the Instagram at Valid TV Podcast, or even on Twitter at Valid TVP. So my question to y'all is cheerleading a sport? That is like controversial everywhere. Is cheerleading a sport? I'm gonna let whoever answer it.
I feel like it is a sport. I feel like you have to train to do all that. It's like gymnastics. Like it's a activity, like a physical activity. I don't understand why people say it's not a sport just because you're in a skirt and a tank top and you're on a football field and you're not on a football. Like I feel like it's a sport.
Yeah, it's definitely a sport, man. I watched my daughter do it for like 7 years, and they train hard. I'm talking about they train hard. The only time they in a skirt and makeup is for the competition. When Monday and Friday, they be out there going hard, man. Back flipping, catching each other, falling, getting injured. Like they got a lot. It's tough, man. Not football, but I'm sorry, cheering is tough, man. It's tough.
Yeah, I definitely believe it's a sport. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I always thought that it wasn't a sport. If anybody asked me that prior, I'll be like, nah, it's not a sport. But then I think I went to college. Honestly, this is when I went to college, because when I went to college, it's like cheerleaders really becoming a cheer in college. Like this is no game. You feel me? Like they out here grinding.
They're dedicated too.
Exactly. Like cheering is their thing. And so once I went to college and I seen that, I was like, oh damn, like they are.
And you see the bodies. You see the bodies, how they built, they strong, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like they gotta hold each other up and all that.
Yeah,
throw each other in the air, all types of stuff.
All types of stuff. You gotta be built for that. That's big facts. That's big facts. Well, we're definitely gonna get into today's topic. And today's topic, like I said, is the impact of sports. The impact of sports, and especially us having no sports right now with COVID-19 going on. I mean, that's just bizarre. But before we even get to that, I'm gonna just ask you, Buki, when did you first realize that like sports was a major aspect in your life?
In my life, when I was young, when I started playing football and basketball, all type of sport, like you can kill so much time in a day. But so if you go to practice, that's 2 hours. And then when you go play a game or whatever your sport is, that's like 3.5 hours for a game. So yeah. It's like growing up basically in the hood, coming home is rough. Going home, man, getting from the bus stop to the house, sometimes it's crazy. And it's like if you play a sport, people look at you different. Oh, let him through, man. He just came from balling or whatever. Like, it's different for boys and girls growing up. But growing up with a lot of violence and all that, it give kids, especially boys, somewhere else to put their attention. You know what I'm saying? So you can be out there in the streets, or you can be out there balling and you still getting the same type of respect, because they like, whether they want to believe it or not, it's like, damn, he doing something that I want to do, but I got caught up in this over here. So he rocking with us and we looking out for him regardless,
They
because he doing,
respect it.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's doing that. So you know what I'm saying? It's tough, but it's important. It's an important part of life,
Yeah, I definitely like second that, but I know for me, like my interactions with sports is different. I mean, Shelby and I were part of MECO, and me playing the sport in the MECO program, it's like your days are exhausted as a kid. When you're going to school 45 minutes away, I'm going to tryouts from 5 to 7, but it's taking me an hour to get home, and now I'm not home till 8 o'clock and got to be
Yeah.
back up at 5, but I still got to do the homework that I didn't do from 5 to 7. You know what I mean? So being an athlete or playing a sport is definitely, it could be exhausting. You know what I mean? And I think for me personally, like sports wasn't huge in my life because it was just my mom. So us, like her just trying to get me involved in things. My dad trying to get me involved in things too, but they try to get me involved in like karate and stuff like that, which is cool.
That's what though. You know
Yeah.
what though? Anything where you gotta change your body style, your body type, and the activities you do, and all that's a
You
sport.
gotta train for it. It's physical activity.
Yeah,
all that's
that was definitely my view of karate. Was like, all right, it's just something to put my mind somewhere else. You know what I mean? Because karate, you got to be kind of like, it's a mental game sometimes. Tell yourself you're stronger. You're stronger than you probably think you are. And then basketball was always my thing, but it's like my mom can't make it to all these basketball games, and sometimes the number one thing that you need in playing sports is that support. You feel me? So only thing I really had was my friends, because my mom's an hour away and I'm playing basketball out in Sudbury. Like, how are you even gonna get there after work in traffic? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's my.
Well, I didn't play no sports when I was older, but when I was younger, I played every single sport. My parents had me doing everything: soccer, track, basketball. I tried everything, but I feel like I didn't stick with it. But I feel like sports are important for kids to get into, because it's like it gives them structure, like you were saying.
Yeah.
And then it's also, as when you're really young, it shows you how to be a team player. It shows you how to just work with other kids, because it's not always going to be you. But one thing I can say, I noticed that like now, like the youth teams, like it's everyone's a winner. Like, how do y'all feel about that? Like, they don't want to pick sides. They don't want to say like, oh, this person won and you guys lost. Like,
everybody get a trophy.
yeah, I don't agree with that.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Nah, but you know why? Because it's like, so you don't have to try that hard. You don't have to try that hard. You're gonna get a trophy anyway. While everybody on the team paying attention, running, you know what I'm saying, doing push-ups or whatever, however you get ready, and you just in the back playing in the sand or whatever, you're gonna get a trophy just like the people that actually sweated for it. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with that.
And then they're gonna grow up feeling like, oh, I could just fast through life and I'll still get this. I'll still be rewarded. I'll still get a trophy. No, that's not how this works, young buck.
Yo. That's big facts. That's big.
And those are the people that can't accept somebody saying no to them. You ain't get the job. The girl broke up with you. Like, nah, I'm supposed to get that anyway. Not since I was 6. Like, nah, it don't work like that.
Yeah, I agree with all that. My next question to y'all would be like, what does sports do for y'all now? Like, I'll start with me personally. Sport. I don't play a sport right now, but the aspects of having sports and getting together, with people when big moments happen is really big for me, because I feel like sometimes it's an excuse to get together, and I may not be paying attention all the time, but like Super Bowls, we can have a Super Bowl party and just kind of just get together as a family. So, what do sports do for y'all now?
You could go ahead.
Well, but that's just it though. That's it. Everybody come together. Most of the time, even me, and I'm into football. I coach football and everything. at a Super Bowl party, you know, down when my family be watching the game. I'm all over the place. Bree here, G over here. You know what I'm saying? We in the
Yeah.
back doing this. I don't, man. Listen, as long as I'm with the family, good.
I'm where I'm with it. As
and
long as there's food, I'm there.
yeah, all that food, drink, and somebody acting a fool. Listen, that's that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's my
That's
favorite part, watching people's like reaction and stuff when their team is losing or when their team is winning. Like it's just being in that ambiance with all your people, having fun, drinks, eating, watching a game. And might be the only time I actually really watch sports, you know? When I'm with other people, they put it on.
Huh?
yeah, it's definitely like a
Like,
social event thing, like a social thing.
Yeah.
yep, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. That's like a that's like a that's like a family reunion without being official. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Everybody just get up,
that's
bring some,
facts.
everybody bring a bottle, and we good.
That's big facts. So I noticed. I know we all here and we all have different aspects of sports, but I know one thing that's really hit people hard is the death of Kobe. And so, like, how do you feel like that impacts not only like just people in general because of the person that he was, but also like the NBA? Like me, I don't feel like the NBA is ever gonna be the same without Kobe Bryant being there. You know, what's your thoughts on that?
Nah, yeah, because you're right, because he mentored a lot of the young players, like even Jason Tatum from the Celtics. Like I guess the year before it happened, you know, like a year or two ago, he used to go work out with Kobe in the summertime, and then Kobe also did because he got 4 daughters, and he got one daughter that played, and he actually did a lot for women's basketball. I think the girl that was the number 1 pick in the NBA in the WNBA draft this year, she was real close with Kobe. She used to work out a lot with him, and UConn. You know how good the UConn women's basketball team is. They actually gave his daughter a jersey. Her jersey. It was at the game because she wanted to go. She always wanted to go there, and you know, she used to always talk to him, and she used to go hard too. His daughter used to go hard in the gym too. So he did a lot for men and women basketball, and even the older generation, because he was busy trying to be better than Michael Jordan. He got real tight with him. So all of that, man. Kobe is just like they even talked about changing the NBA logo, Kobe logo. So that's how big that is. They wouldn't even do that for Michael Jordan. So that's huge. That was
Yeah.
huge. That was a bad day. That was a bad sports period.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those moments you'll always remember, like where you were at when you heard that. Like I was like, nah, it's like this is not true. Like this gotta be fake. And then when you hear like his daughter was with him, like it was just really sad. It's just sad to believe that that really happened.
Yeah, that was something that's crazy. That's a day where everything's that's a day where how the media works. You know what I mean? Because the
Mm-hmm.
media is putting out things. It's like every minute there's something new, something new, something new. You know what I mean? Like I was on Twitter trying to watch it like a hawk, but they're telling you Rick Fox was on the helicopter, but then Rick Fox is good,
Yeah.
and then he not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, whoa, we already getting hit with just Kobe in general. So now you trying to pull
Yeah.
pieces together, and you half-assing us on a story where now it's just like now his daughter was on the helicopter with him. And it's like I think I was at a state where it's like, damn, do I even want to believe that? Because that don't even seem like
I didn't want to
that's
believe it.
believable.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
Especially
right.
his daughter, especially when his daughter was on it, because they was like Rick Fox, and that's another grown. Not that nobody's life is less than the other, but it's like, all right, they was probably going to handle some business or do whatever, and then it was like, nah, it wasn't Rick Fox, it was his daughter and another little girl on it, and I'm like, damn, man, so 2 kids, and this is something he did all the time for like, they said probably in English, they said he probably took a helicopter more than anybody other than like the pilots. He took it every day to practice because he's so tall and sitting in traffic, his legs be hurting and stuff. So I'm like, wow, something he did every day. He didn't have no idea that was gonna be his last time doing it with his daughter on him. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy.
That's
That was
crazy
terrible.
how it's like how fragile life is. Something as simple as your everyday routine, you know, and
Yep.
it's just one mistake can go wrong and you just never know, you know what I mean? That's something that's crazy, you know.
I thought it
So
was really like distasteful how the media tried to put like all that footage and stuff out of when like the crash happened. Like it's like his family doesn't even get a chance to mourn, and
Yep.
you're already releasing videos of the like a whole helicopter crash where he hurt him and his daughter lost his life. Like
Mhm.
where is the
yeah.
morality in that? Like people just don't care anymore.
I think they put the news the I think the media had the news out before his wife even found out. They already had the joint, like, because I guess he was the only one, because of the weather. He was that was the only thing flying in LA. Even the airplanes that got grounded that day. So, and I feel like the pilot only did that because it was him.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's the bad part about it, where
Yeah.
his fame, all that worked against him.
Yeah, and sometimes you got to be able to say no matter what. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like,
That's
hey
that's a
man,
big one. Right. Fire me
yo,
if you
for
want
real.
to, but I'm helping you fire me. That's
Yeah,
crazy
I'm saying,
though.
if airplanes ain't flying, I damn sure ain't about to get in no helicopter. Be like,
Right.
good, I'm good.
Yo, honestly, in helicopters are more fragile. I went in a helicopter this past summer, and them things move
Word?
like yo, I'm telling you, them things move like they drift just like this. It's smoother. Don't get me wrong. It's much smoother than a plane, but it's just like one
Yeah,
little, and you just like with the
you
wind.
move.
Is
Yeah,
yeah.
I can't do it. I ain't got no desire to get in a helicopter, man.
Yeah, you move and you're not even as high as a regular airplane. You're definitely not as high. You can't even get that high. You know what I
And see,
mean? So
that's my thing. Like, at least an airplane could get over the clouds. Like, they was flying directly into the fog. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, nah, man,
yeah,
I
a
wouldn't.
helicopter can get that.
Yeah, if I was the guy, the pilot, I would have been like, yo, look, man, you gonna have to fire me, and you gonna have to talk bad about me around the way, so I don't get no more business. But I ain't about to, because never mind Kobe. If I'm the pilot, I ain't trying to kill myself.
Right, because now he's dead too. Like he lost his
Right.
life too.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I understand Kobe, you the man and all that. Yeah, but hey, do what you gotta do, bro. Learn how to fly yourself. But I'm not about to go kill myself for nobody.
I wonder
Right.
if that was the first time, or if he's done that multiple times where it's been like unclear if he should fly or not, and he was just like, "Let me do it," and he was probably like, "Okay, I've done this before. I could do it."
Probably, yeah. Because Kobe
Yeah.
probably hit him off with some extra change.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but damn that. And they was going to practice. It wasn't even a tournament. They was just going to practice that day.
Should, yeah, that's something
That's
that's crazy.
crazy.
That is something that's crazy. But let me move on to something that's less sad, because that is a sad situation. And I'm gonna ask
Yeah,
you this,
I'm broke down right now.
right? What do y'all feel like is the best player in the NBA now? You know, Kobe's gone, and we need somebody that's gonna live up to that aspect. Who do y'all think that is?
Don't ask me this question. I don't know, but I like that Giannis kid. Giannis,
I don't even say
Yeah.
his
what's his
last
last
name
name?
because
It's
I'm a
like
butcher.
He's
hey,
from
Greek.
Germany,
Yeah, just
Greece. Yeah,
they call him the Greek freak. Just say that.
yeah. I like
Yeah,
him. I like him.
yeah. He's probably up next. I think it's still LeBron right now, but LeBron's up there though. LeBron's about to he's about to retire and all that. But as of now, I say LeBron, but I think Giannis is the
Oh,
he
for
got
real? So I know a little something.
yeah, you got it. Yep, you got
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I would definitely. Honestly, though, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I think Jason Tatum is gonna be up there. That's one of my
Mhm.
guys right now. I feel like the stuff that he did as a rookie was great, and then now he's in he was in his sophomore year, performing very very
Mhm.
well. And I think the things that we see right now in a young cat like him, it's just only gonna go up from here. You know what I mean? So I think
Yeah, he
that
took a big step. He took a
yeah,
big step. He got nice. He got real good real fast. Real, but
yes,
like I said, he went that year, and he worked with Kobe that whole summer though. So like I said, it's still Kobe's still touching the league somehow. You know,
Yep.
it's
Yes.
crazy.
You see that. You
Yeah,
see that in his skills, you know, in his skills and his IQ, his basketball IQ. You can just see that in the way that he maneuvers and the way that he works down the court. And I think the way that he is as a player off the court. You know what I mean? Jason
yeah,
Tatum is that guy that you're just gonna like. He's a very likable person no matter what. You know, I don't even follow a lot of celebrities on Snapchat, but he's one of them. You know
yeah.
where
Snap is dope. Yo.
yeah, he's one of those guys for sure. My next question for y'all is just like, what do you think the difference is? Well, no, not the difference, but how do you feel like people's impacts on sport is different between them playing the sport and actually just genuinely watching the sport? And what I mean by that is like some people who aren't able to play sports right now because of COVID-19, it's heartbreaking for them, right? But then there's some people that just watch the sport and because they can't watch it, they're heartbroken too. But some people would say that that just doesn't compare. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't think it compares because like when you're in the game, like that's your life. Like and you it's just take it away from you. We're just sitting here watching it. I know there are diehard fans who like they live, eat, breathe sports, but it's like when that's your life, like it's actually your life, like that's what you wake up and do every single day. It's like what is your that's your like if that's your purpose, like what do you do now? Like you can't even do your what your purpose is every single day. You gotta sit back and just chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing you can do. You just right now you playing the waiting game. Playing the waiting game right now. I mean, like you can't even really like because you can't be around nobody. So you can go work out. You can go work out and all that. But like they always say, like it's nothing like getting ready for a sport like playing the sport. So you could go play basketball, run up and down the court by yourself all day and hit 50 shots in a row. But if nobody ain't out there playing defense on you, then it's not the same. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like right now it's just like America's on hold right now. They
Mm-hmm.
got the pause button on us right now for real.
That's a big fact. I think too, like people who just are diehard fans, they're still getting a little bit of what they want, right? Because they're doing all these reruns. You know, you got MJ's thing that just came out, so it's just kind of like
Mm-hmm.
they're getting that little dose that they need. You know, but some people say they devastated by no sports. You know, and that leads me to my next thing, like. How are you doing right now? If your YouTube channel is all on sports and your podcast all on
Yo,
sports, how do you keep
yo,
moving?
ain't no live
Mhm.
sports. So and the crazy thing is they had the NFL draft and they still talking about doing the NBA draft. But the thing is it gonna be an NFL season though. You know, you can draft whoever, but if ain't nobody playing
Right,
it, it's just empty. It's
right.
just like empty, man. There's no there's not even no what call it the teams can't even get together to work out and game plan and practice or preseason, none of that. There ain't nothing going on right now. You know, it's kind of like they showing us they showing us like all stuff on TV, like you said, old games and all that, but we already know the result. We already know what happened in them games. You can't show me the Super Bowl from 2018. I already know who won that. Like I don't want to see that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, so it's satisfying you because you watching dudes run up and down the field and up and down the court, but you just like, yeah, man, all right, I'm gonna do something else. So yo, I'm gonna go do something else, man.
Yeah, that's big facts. That's big
Have you
facts.
guys watched the M doc? I'm fucking with it so far.
I actually have not watched it. I don't know what. Okay, so actually, I know what
What
happened.
you been doing?
So I've been on
Yeah,
2K. Listen, I've been on 2K so hard right now, y'all. It's like the craziest thing in my life, and I haven't played 2K in so long. But G actually put me on to the rec playing my 2K player, so I've been doing that like crazy. But then my PlayStation account got hacked.
yeah, it's dope. I watched the first two. I missed the second two last week, but I watched the first two, and what they did was they threw a little bit of drama in there so that way keep everybody interested. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? like you wouldn't have had no idea that Scottie Pippen was getting paid like
Bro.
he was scrub, yo. He was getting paid nothing.
That was like, I was like, what? It was like 2 million compared to 30 million that Michael Jordan was getting paid. I'm like, what? But I like how they threw that in there because I thought they were gonna focus mainly just on Michael Jordan. But I like how they're touching on the other players that he played with as well.
Yeah. But that money's different. That money's crazy, right? They said Jordan was making $33 million a season, and Scottie Pippen was making like $2 million.
Which is crazy because MJ needs Scottie. He needs.
There's no champion. Scottie. Ain't no champion. They couldn't beat the Celtics, Detroit, or nobody without Scottie Pippen. Nobody.
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
Man.
That's crazy. Some people get
dirty. They did him dirty, but he was saying basically he did it because he wanted to make sure he could provide for his family.
Yeah, because it's
pop. That's all he cared about. He didn't care about getting more money. He just wanted to have enough to be able to take care of his family.
But now, so nowadays, what they would do is they would renegotiate that contract. You know, back in the day, it was just you signed it, go play. But now they would have renegotiated that just off the fact of they know they burning the bridge because when it's time for him to get a new contract, they know he's not coming back there. I really don't believe they did that because he was so good, you know, and he was the reason why they was winning. Mm-hmm. And for them to do that, it was the general manager, and they was going at it too. They was going at it.
Yeah. So
that was wild, bro. But that was they did Pippen dirty, man, with that contract. But so what I'm guessing is over his total career, he made more money than Michael Jordan total. At least that's what his wife said. He was like, because he made like $109 million. But
I would expect her to say that. She's for the streets.
Yeah, because that's the one that cheated with Future, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's off the chain. But it is what it is. She would know because she got half of the money when she left, so she would know.
I think they're still together.
Oh,
I think so. I think they got back together.
How?
What? He took her back.
Oh, Pip. That's why they picked him like that. That's why they played him on the money because he ain't got no comments. Yo, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Oh, man.
That's crazy. But I know Zoom. Now that we're talking about getting ripped off, how y'all feel about the Carmelo Anthony situation? That was like a big thing that was going on.
He didn't get picked up, right?
Or not for a while.
Yeah, for a long time.
Yeah, he didn't get picked up for a while, and then now he got picked up by I think the Trailblazers. But Melo is in my eyes, he's a legend too. I mean,
I was gonna say, ain't he a GOAT? Like,
he is.
But he's also getting older too, isn't he?
Yeah, and see, everybody didn't age like LeBron's still the best, and they came out at the same time. And Melo was older because Melo went to college and LeBron didn't. So while he was in college, LeBron was still in high school. So they came out together, but he's actually older.
But he's still a nice player, you feel me? Like he's an OG in the game, you feel me? That's it. They let Vince Carter stay for as long as he did, and he's still in dirt.
But their roles is small. Carmelo still want to get paid like Melo of 2010, and
I feel that. But at the same time, it's like Melo can produce. Melo can still produce off the bench. He just don't want to be a bench player.
That's the thing. So in a sense, he's cutting his own money because if you ain't better than the dude in front of you, you gonna get more than the dude in front of you. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna play more than the dude playing the same position that you're not better than? You can't. There's no way.
Yeah.
I mean, he's better than a lot of people, but just not.
He's not in his prime anymore.
Nah, that's over.
That's true. That's true.
He about to lose his wife too.
Listen, come on.
He about to lose his wife too.
He about to lose his wife.
Yes, and he better get it right. He better get it right because Lala is something. So he better get it
Does
right.
he-
Man.
Does he
it's
have
too big.
anything other than like, does he do anything other than basketball? I'm sure he does, but like anything that's like.
Yeah, he got his rich ass on YouTube taking money from us. Like he need to go somewhere else and do something else.
That's
Get
what I'm
on
saying. Like,
YouTube, B.
you're getting old. Like, why
Yo,
you want to be running up and down the court still? Get some money. Get your money somewhere else. Like,
True. Listen, I'll tell
they're
you
not
one
gonna
thing.
pay.
LeBron is making money. When LeBron retires from playing basketball, he will still be a millionaire. That's a big fact though. The way that he's
oh,
sponsoring people, his shoes still. He's even started
mhm.
it's kind of like a podcast situation where a talk show on HBO. If
Yep,
you haven't seen it, yo, go tune
yeah,
in.
the
Yo,
barber.
the barber, it's great too. You feel me? I wish they did more. It's great. My cat's all on the
Look
thing.
at Stella. I know.
But it's honestly a great talk show. You feel me? And so the stuff that he's doing, I mean, come on now, he's gonna be a millionaire even past this for sure.
He's up there at like on the Forbes list. I think he was up like top 10. Like he got like he's like 700 million.
I can imagine. I think he's gonna own a team at the end of all this. I think he's gonna own the Lakers because the way that he maneuvered things when he went onto the Lakers, I think he'll own them.
Yeah,
I think when Bronny is old enough to get drafted into the NBA, Bronny will go to the Lakers. That's how I feel about it.
yeah. He did a lot. He did a lot for the players too. He showed the players how to move and have freedom too because of the way he did it with the free agency. Because usually, like everybody hating on him. And since the Jordan thing came out, everybody hating on him. Like, yo, Jordan's way better than LeBron. Yeah, nobody never questioned that. Like, I didn't anyway. But it's just like, damn, it's like so they got a documentary on Jordan. So now everybody on LeBron. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, well, they had a doc about LeBron too. I could have
Oh,
swore
really?
they did. Yeah, I could have swore they did. They're doing documentaries now where it's not no surprise if you, it's not no like I don't know. It's I feel like it's a regular thing, but because it's Michael Jordan, it's something
Yeah,
different. But they have
yeah,
documentary. Even Allen Iverson got a documentary on Netflix.
yeah, yep.
You know?
But I
It's
mean,
so crazy.
it's different because people just like they think differently of Michael for some reason. But he never read like all the stuff LeBron's doing for like us, like the community and all that. He got a school. He put
Right.
he's sending crazy kids everywhere. He's paying for tuition for 4 years.
Yeah.
Like Jordan never did none of that.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's one thing I noticed. He doesn't give back. Like, he
Jordan
just.
don't do nothing.
Yo,
You know
he
what
doubles
Jordan
up on his
did?
sneakers.
But you know what he invest in? Prison.
To what we were saying about LeBron, you feel me? Him about to continue to be a millionaire. That's just gonna be crazy, though. That's just gonna be crazy.
Yeah, billionaire. LeBron is. You know the Remember that movie Space Jam?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Space
yeah.
Jam 2 was coming out. That's him on Space Jam 2. He's the star of that one.
Oh,
That's gonna be lit.
No, that's
Well,
him.
yo, one of the things
He's
I don't understand is how does Michael Jordan go from having Jordans and selling the same Jordans and increasing the price when majority of the people buying his shoes is us?
Because
That's
it's
just
hype now. It's hyped up now.
no. This I'm tell you. Look, you gotta look right when you go to a concert, right? Who's in the first 5 rows? Not us. Some of us that got paper. Some of us like y'all getting money, y'all working, but not all of us. In the first 5 rows, it ain't all of us.
Mhm.
It's it's somebody else. When you look at them Jordans be like $250 when they come out. You might be like, you might see 10 people in the hood with them, but you go to another neighborhood.
Mommy and daddy paid for him.
That's what I'm saying, and they done got you 2 different colors. That's what I'm saying. Like Michael Jordan Michael Jordan is not for us. He's not for us. It's sad to say, but I'm not really a big Michael Jordan fan of him because he's not. Yeah, like you see all the stuff going on with the police brutality and all that. Yo, if Michael Jordan say, yo, chill that shit out, all that shit's chilling out. said one word. Because like I told you, his biggest, probably his only investment is prison, which
That's
is crazy.
crazy.
That's crazy,
That's
bro. So you
crazy.
telling me somebody gonna go rob somebody for some sneakers that you made too high for them to buy, and then they gonna go to in some shit that you endorsing? Like that's crazy.
Yeah,
You
that's
know, I
crazy.
kind
I
of,
never really
I
thought
kind
about
of
it like that.
realized I kind of realized that he wasn't for people. Like he kind of had that selfishness in him when on that documentary when it was talking about how he was trying to call Scottie Pippen selfish for not wanting to play because they weren't paying him. But you're over here getting $30 million. Like, how are you going to tell him he's selfish for not wanting to play the game? But he's not getting paid, nigga. You are.
And not to mention, your word is law, right? So you could say, yo, you could make one phone call and say, yo, renegotiate that for Scottie. Dude, Scottie
Right.
Pippen's contract was like 17 million for I think like 8 years. Not 17 million a year. 17 million for 8 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Michael Jordan getting 33 million a year. So his 1 year is more than Scottie Pippen's whole 8 years. So how is he selfish, bro? Nah. Michael
That's
Jordan he rolling with Oprah. So I mean, if that's your people, you already know. I don't mess with her either. You already know how she feel about us, her and her homegirl. So
Gail.
Gail,
but
that's crazy.
but
That is
like
crazy.
see, growing up, like I'm older than y'all, so growing up, that's all we had. Like that's all my moms and them had. Oh shit, Oprah, she competing with Donahue and all them, right? She competing with them. So it's like, all right, so we gonna get down with Oprah. But yo, you don't want to get down with Oprah. You don't want to be down with Oprah because Oprah don't give a damn about you or me. Everybody in this camp, she can care less about her, yo. Just like Michael Jordan can. Unless if you buy the sneakers, you good.
What
But
Oprah
like,
do?
huh?
I know she tried to throw Michael Jackson under the bus, but what else she do?
She threw Michael Jackson under the bus, and that's supposed to be her friend. She was all behind the documentary with R. Kelly, which she should have. And she was all over Russell Simmons till the girl backed out. But Russell Simmons supposed to be her friend. So when they go back, yeah, all that didn't really happen. Then Oprah pulled up. She was like, "Oh, I can't really help y'all with the production." But like they like, "Yo, you put the money up. You took the money back now that the girl said he didn't really do it." You know, like
So she just trying to get $1. She's just trying to invest to get $1 out of us.
Her she's tight with Harvey Weinstein, whatever the fuck. That's her people. She in all kind of pictures, her and Gail with him. All kind of pictures. Her therapist or whatever, white dude, in jail for 19 years for the Me Too shit, sexual harassment shit. But ain't no documentary about him, Weinstein, none of that. But you all over Michael Jackson, people in his house, you walking around his little park with him. Soon as he died, yo, let's make this documentary. He was touching people. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you just gotta look and listen, and you'll see a lot, yo. You'll see a lot.
That's crazy right there.
You'll
That's
see a
crazy. So
lot.
listen, hey, we can learn a lot. See, we can learn a lot out here, man.
Yo, all you gotta do really is just sit there and look. Like, look at the people she cool with, like her husband. Her husband. You see that? Her husband. When they ever together, she always running with the other people. She ain't never with that dude.
That's
and
big fact. Shit, I ain't never seen him. I don't think I've seen him in a long time. I think I've seen him probably like once or twice.
I don't even think they're married. I think that's just her partner. I don't think they're married actually.
That's her when she wanna holler at black people. She bring him, you know what I'm saying? So it looked good. That's who he is.
Right.
She was like, oh, he's sleeping in another part of the house. He was the COVID-19 shit. He's sleeping in another part of the house. What? Like,
and it's only y'all two in the crib.
Only y'all two. The house is like a shopping mall. So he got to be all the way over there. Like, come on, man. Come on, Oprah. Who you
That's
playing?
crazy.
Who you fooling? Oh, who you fooling?
That's funny.
Damn.
All right, let's wrap it up and get into our last segment here, which is always my favorite. It's called Valid in 60 Seconds. So basically what it is I know you probably watch Family Feud. It's either this or it's that. So I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna say this or something else. You're gonna tell me out the back of your head, like boom, who you pick, who you rocking with.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start a timer. All right, it's 15 questions. I'm pretty sure you can get them answered in less than 60 seconds or less. But some of them you might have to think about it. All right. Try not to think about it. All right. And then you can always go back to it as well. I'm gonna start this in 3, 2, 1. Boom. Dennis Rodman or Charles Barkley?
Charles Barkley.
Basketball or football?
Football.
Dark liquor or light liquor?
Light liquor.
Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant in their prime?
Michael Jordan.
All right. LaMelo Ball or LiAngelo Ball?
LaMelo.
The 2010
LaMelo.
Lakers or the 2010 Celtics?
I'm gonna go with the Celtics.
All right.
Not
Paul
'cause I'm
Pierce.
here. I'm gonna
Paul Pierce or Tracy McGrady in their primes?
Tracy McGrady.
Cam Newton or Russell Wilson?
Cam.
All right. Javante Davis or Adrian whatever his name, Broner?
I'm gonna say Tank Davis.
All right. We out of 60 seconds, but I'm gonna just ask you the rest of these because these are pretty good. Joel Embiid or Giannis?
Giannis.
All right. Nas or Jay-Z?
Jay-Z.
You going Adidas or Nike?
Nike.
Jada or Nia Long?
Hold up. Neil Long or who?
Or Jada Pinkett Smith?
Yeah, Neil Long.
Biggie or Tupac?
Biggie.
All right, and this last one is only because I need to see where people's head is at. You going Schweppes or Canada Dry?
Oh my gosh.
Canada Dry.
All right, we good. All right, we good.
Y'all see how Neil Long? She make. Not Neil Long, but Jada Pinkett. She making a fool out of Will Smith,
Bro.
Yo, she making a fool out of Will
Someone
Smith.
said she's still in love with a man who's in Cuba.
Yo.
Why is she doing this?
Yeah, you see the other day she said since we've been in the house, quarantine, she said, yo, I don't know nothing about him.
Yeah. And they only been together, 20-something?
25. Oh, I said, what? Listen, she got this man thinking Tupac ain't smash. I said, bro, come on, man. Will Smith ought to be, Will for real.
For real, we worry about making them movies, getting that money. He ain't paying attention to her. No way.
Yeah, your kids is all over something wrong with the daughter. Does she don't go to school or nothing?
I don't know what she do.
Why they be having her on the show, Jada's show?
She be like, guess it's a case of revenue. But why you want to be on the show? Listen to your mom talk about your dad like that. You got a biased opinion. You shouldn't even be listening to grown folk stuff.
How is she?
She said she was like, I just want my dad to be happy. That tell you right there, the lady ain't no good for Will.
Right.
She said that, it's crazy.
That is crazy. They are something crazy, yo.
She's 19 now.
Yes, they had grown folks' business.
Jada Pinkett, man, she making Will look bad, man. She making him look bad, Joe. Like you see, Will Smith. I mean, Tupac ain't smash. Tupac ain't like that nigga smash, bro. Y'all was on other people's shows. How he bring you on somebody else's show with him? Like, come on, man. Like Will Smith gotta stop this, man. He gotta let that go, man. Lady don't like you. You gotta let that go.
I just feel like why would she say we never messed around?
That's what I'm saying. First, I'm not the hugest Tupac fan, but everybody else is. You talking about y'all was in love, but y'all was young. Y'all wasn't that young. Y'all was in y'all 20s. Like that shit.
Exactly. That she just used that as an excuse to say, "Oh, we was just young." No, bro. That don't mean you wasn't smashing. Right. So why you lying?
So why you lying? You clearly lying. Everybody.
What if she telling the truth though? What if she smashed?
She ain't telling
Bro.
the truth. She's not telling the truth. I'm sorry. She's not telling the truth.
She's not. She's really not. Bro.
Not just I don't like what she's doing. Yo, not
Period. Point blank.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yo, next time I come on, we ain't gonna talk about no sport. We're gonna get into the bullshit, the ratchet shit. Because that's what everybody hear. That's what everybody want to hear anyway.
That's
you right. You right. Listen.
Side piece versus piece going up on YouTube right now.
Oh, that was dope. Yeah, that was dope. I can't talk about that.
Okay, I respect it.
I can't talk about that. I appreciate y'all for having me. It was crazy.
Of course, and I appreciate you for jumping on it too. I mean, we don't know what to do with this COVID-19 situation, so it's pretty different right now having to do stuff like this. But I can't wait till we can get in person. You know what I mean? And always appreciate the love that you show us on social media. That's always great. So appreciate y'all for tuning in. I appreciate you, cuz, for being on this. And like I said, this is Valid TV. You feel me? Vulnerability, accountability, leadership, intentionality, and demand. All aspects of life, and we always just here to talk about it. You dig what I'm saying? Y'all could catch us in the next video, and make sure you go back and you watch them videos and run up them numbers, fam. You dig what I'm saying?